time! Welcome, my brothers and sisters in arms, to another episode of Octopath Traveler. I am the Paperman, and we're gonna have a wonderful time starting the third part, the third act. Actually, no, that's a lie. I think I have to do Ulbrich's story. Whoops. Totally messed up that intro, but let's not worry about that. Ooh, trees in a boar, trees in a boar, trees in a boar, trees in a boar, boars in a tree, boar and a tree, tree in a boar, boar tree, boar tree, boar tree, yeah, boar tree, trees in a boar, boar with touch, tree with hands. I swear, I need to get that one down before the end of this entire series. That's my goal. Like, my goal isn't to win the game. My goal is to pronounce that exact line from Cyrus correctly. Let's do darkness. Darkness. Sorry, that's a Hades reference. Some shrooms. Hiya, who are you? My husband stepped out of the house for a spell but never came back. A large mole in the back of his hand. Oh no! Oh no, sweetie! No, sweetie. No. Oh my gosh. You know this person, my lady, because he washed ashore with nothing to say who he was. Would you be so good to look at his face just to be sure? Oh, it's him. It's my husband, Hugo. As I saw him. I steeled myself to expect the worst, but to see him like this. I'm sorry for your loss, my lady. It's a sad end for sure. Oh my gosh, but at least he'll have his wife to bear witness when he's laid to rest. There's many that fetch up on the shore here who go into the ground with far less. Tis better that I see him one last time than never know his fate at all. Well, now I'm just depressed, man. You're here again. I received the kindest letter from a man who found my husband's body. It cheered me up to no end. It's a comfort to know that there are still some good people. It's okay. How about a hug from a 15-year-old merchant? Would that help? I think that helps. That helps. The story so far, Ulbrich had set out on a new journey. His quest was to find something he had lost, the very reason for which he wielded his blade. To find an answer, he would find his former comrade Erhardt, the man who had betrayed their liege, lord, and king. According to the brigand leader Gaston, there is a man in Victor's Hollows who knew Erhardt. Mayhaps he can tell Ulbrich where Erhardt had gone. Gustav is the man's name. They call him the Black Knight. Will Ulbrich find him here in this town of warriors? Long time since I've seen such crowds. Ho there, traveler. I trust you know our arena. Of course I do. Town folks here never shut up about it. Anyway, it's why I've come to see it in the grandest tourney of the year. Right you are, my friend. Right you are. Ain't no better time to visit. We got warriors from every corner of the world willing to risk life and limb for the ultimate honor. Only 8 champions remain. Now of the preliminary battles have been fought. Of them, I say, there's 4 you want to be keeping an eye on. The reigning champion is Archibald, the Crusher, we caught him, and 4 times in a row is he claiming the prize. Joshua hails from the icy waste of the north. They say his art's as cold as his blade. Then there's Wallace Wildsword, a man who reached the final battle last year only to fall to Archibald. Then there's one more you should know. Gustav, the man they call the Black Knight. Did you say Gustav? That's right. Newcomer he is, but he's proven as being the best foes faced thus far. So many apostrophes in all this. There's many who say he might be the one to finally tap the Crusher. We got a reigning king, a stranger who'd usurp his throne, and 6 more challengers, each as formidable as the next. You don't want to be missing this tourney or you'll be regretting your dying day. Tell me something. Ask your question, I'm here to help. Where can I find this Gustav? There's something I must ask of him. Finding him is easy. Just buy a ticket for the tourney and he'll be there in all his glory. As for talking, well, that's up to him, ain't it? I see. Thank you. So I can find Gustav at the arena. How to convince him to talk to me. There's a man who looks like he can use a swing a sword. He could just be the one I need. So that's the famous Victor Holler's arena. You've heard of it? Oh yes, the histories say that it was first built as a pencil circus, where prisoners were made to fight to the death. A cruel practice. Quite, but people eventually wearied of watching men die for sport. And the fights became more humane, less deadly. Forced duels between prisoners were banned, only freed men and volunteers could fight. Now the arena is where men could test their mettle and win glory for themselves. Tell me, Ulbrich, what do you think of this present-day arena? It is honorable. Far better than forcing poor wretches to kill or be killed. It is still a blood sport, but fought between free men who can choose not to, if that is their will. Oi, knight! Fighter, quick with a blade, ill will in his eyes. State your business, and if it is violence you seek, know that you shall have it. Looks of him. He knows how to use that blade. Reckon he'd be more of a match for me even if I were at full strength. Thought you'd agree. My eyes never steered me wrong yet. My apologies for the dramatics, but I wanted Ned here to take a measure of you. He'd be fighting in the tourney if it weren't for his wounds. If you have business with me, then state it plain. Cicely, at your service. I'm what you call a promoter of sorts. And what is it you promote? Arena battles mostly, and the men who fight them. Except Cicely here has done neither yet. Still looking for her big break, she is. Stay your tongue, Nang. I do the talking, remember? You want to meet the man Gustav, yes? You were there when I spoke with the Barker. That's right. I'll tell you something he didn't. Tourney fighters don't make a habit of fraternizing with the hoi polloi. The hoi polloi. I don't think I've heard that phrase. The hoi polloi. If you and he were old friends, that'd be one thing, but something tells me he's not expecting your visit. Do you have a point? I have advice. If you want to talk to Gustav, your best play would be to fight in the tourney yourself. But how? The preliminary rounds are already over, so I heard. See, that is why you need me. No way you can get around that. Then tell me. Simply prove that you're a better fighter than one of the remaining champions, and make sure everyone sees it. During the tourney, local authorities turn a blind eye to public dueling. Still against the law, mind you, but no one gets in trouble for it. Lots of men come here fancying themselves good with a blade, and they look to prove it, whether they qualify for the tourney or no. Surely those who have qualified are both getting involved in petty brawls. They're here to prove themselves, same as everyone. If the circumstance is right, they can no more shirk a challenge outside the arena than in it. I'm telling you, this is your ticket to the tourney. Get the attention of one of the champions and make them challenge you. Put them in a position where they've no choice but to prove that they're better than you with a blade. And what do you get out of this? When you do get into the tourney, you'll fight under my colors. If you reach the final battle, I'll have fighters lining up to put their seal on a contract with me. A duel where we both benefit. Is there a better kind? I'll get my scribe to draw up the contract. What name will you use? My own, Ulbrich Eisenberg. Eisenberg? The unbending blade of Hornberg himself? A fine figure, and famous too. I told you I could pick him, Ned. Well, my lordship, I think this partnership is going to work out quite handsomely. Well now, which one of these hot-blooded types would be up for a duel? What do you think of this Cicely woman? She appears to have a keen eye for fighters. Why do you ask? It's just that I've seen many a man fall victim to the hard-headed woman like her. They're seduced with promises, cajoled into submission, and eventually led into financial ruin. I am no woman's fool. Just watch yourself, Ulbrich. Don't be taken in by glib words, or you may regret it later. I appreciate the warning. Still, from what I can tell about Cicely, I honestly think she just loves the arena and the tournaments. I see. His ability name is ya. He's freaking Link from Legend of Zelda. Yeah. You looking to pick a fight? You've come to the right place. Aye. A fight with this one is sure to raise some eyebrows. You won't be living for long. Never fought no one stronger than me. I'm sure, my guy. I'm sure. You're fixing for trouble, old man, because I got plenty of the likes of ye. Aye. A fight with this one is sure to raise some eyebrows. Oh. Devil take ye, you're bitten off more than you know. I'm sure. Come now, is that all? Is there none among you who can best my fighter? His name is Ulbrich Eisenberg, one of the twin blades from the once proud realm of Hornburg. Come, don't cower in the crowds, or have you not the courage to face the unbending blade? The unbending blade? Could it truly be Ulbrich Eisenberg still lives? Eisenberg? Is he supposed to be famous or something? If he's so great, then why ain't he fighting in the tourney? How long will this take? I fall to all comers. You're not quitting now, are you? No, but I like it not when my fate is in another's hands. It's Victorino, the bounty hound. He who collected coin from the heads of 7 famous buccaneers. Aha, alas. A man who wears his blade like he knows how to use it. Alright, the Buccaneer's Bane, no less. 10 leaves. I got 10 leaves on him. I will match it. She's speaking the truth. Are you the unbending blade? When a name reaches me on the high seas, I reckon the man who wears it done something to earn it. You're one of the tourney champions. Aye, Victorino is the name. I watched you fight the others. And I started wondering to myself, could he be better than me? And once that question came, I had no choice but to find myself an answer. Wait, we'll need a witness, a bigger crowd. The plaza. Fight your battle there.
No.
I'm willing. The bigger the crowd, the bigger the stakes. I'll see you there, knight. Let's go. Fight me, man. Shall we get to it, knight? I'm a man of the sea and never was one for standing on ceremony. Ready when you are. But why? Bruh. Okay. Never mind. I get my party, he gets his party. I'm fine with this, actually. The knight's gone and done it. But what about the tourney? We all know the rule. The strongest remains. Wait, does she have the right of it? 'Twas a street brawl, no more. Aye, but street or arena, the strongest remains. That's how it's always been. Hear me. I've lost in a fair and open battle, and this man here stands victorious. Might is right. The strongest remains. My tourney places his. What you say? 'Tis yours if you have it. Oh, I will. You are a man of honor. And so did Ulrich Eisenberg win his place in the grand tourney. Before long, rumors of a great night, the last remnant of a fallen realm, spread across every alehouse in town. All who claimed to have witnessed the battle, many more than stood in the plaza that day, spoke in awe of the speed and strength of his blade. Tourney's about to begin. Are you ready? Yes.
Yosh.
Let's go. Another year has passed, and the days of days has come again. 8 champions strong and true have emerged by their mettle, character, and fortune. Who shall emerge victorious? Bring it on! The shields are polished and the blades are whetted. It only remains to be seen who shall stand triumphant when the rest have fallen. Step forward, brave warriors. He has been grand champion for 4 tournaments in a row. He is the reigning king, but will he meet his Kingslayer today? Behold, Archibald the Crusher, mightiest of the mighty. They say that the blood of men turns to ice in the frozen waste of the north. Just a tale, perhaps. But let no man deny that the steel of this man's blade is as biting as the ice in his eyes. Joshua Frostblade!
Ah, Joshua! Take my favor, sir. I beseech you.
Our next fighter spent years learning the art of war, mastering pikes, halberds, spears, and all things pointy. Misjudge his peasant weapons at your peril. Last man, what did found himself skewered before he could so much as lift his fancy blade in the shortest fight of the tourney. His lance dances, then spits you like a pig, for it is Conrad, the Impaler! Stick it to him, Conrad. Archibald's sword ain't half of your pipe. He's been second to only one man. Always the last man bested, but this year will it be his opponent who bends his knee on the final day. Many here say aye, for this year he will at last usurp the king. His sword strikes with the ferocity of a savage beast. Wallace Wild Sword is here to claim the king's crown. Crivens! Oh gosh, that's no man. He's more like he was born of a bear. Of fame and renown, this next fighter cares little. But now, many a fighter pales at the mention of his name. A hunter amongst hunters, in the preliminary matches he bagged every monster that appeared. Be it fiend or man, he never loses his quarry, for he is Bernhard, the Beast Hunter! Every beast that was released into the arena, then he's equal to a king. Next is the impregnable fortress of a man. Neither axe nor sword has ever sundered his shield. He is an immovable force. He can no more be toppled than a mountain. If the battle goes to the last man standing, how can he not emerge victorious? He is Grieg, the Unbreakable! God's mercy, look at the size of him. Big prize built like a rabbit next to him. Next is a mystery knight. A dark horse, one might say, who was swatted away all challengers with contemptuous ease. The arena has not seen the likes of his swordplay in many a year. Could this man be our new champion, Gustav the Black Knight? Hurrah! Hurrah! Cut them down where they stand, Gustav. There's only one who can defeat the king. Last, but let us not say least, for this last-minute entrant defeated none other than Victorino the Buccaneer's blade. Does he deserve to be here, or does he not? You've all had your say. But hear this. The rule of the tourney is writ clear. Might makes right, and let no man disavow what another claims by feat of arms. So raise cheer for Ulbrich, the Unbending Blade! Unbending Blade? I've heard the tales, but show us the might of the proud Hornburg. Here stand your 8 champions. Now only the duels remain. So you're Ulbrich, are you? Oh. And you know who I am? And you also know that. You'd be looking for Sir Erhard, aye? I see. I do not need to explain. Sir Erhard spoke enough of you, but what you're seeking has a cost. Tell me, knight, you know what this place is? Place where a man's worth is measured. Tell me, Sir Ulbrich, to what end do you swing that blade? I was once a knight of the realm. I wielded my sword for king and country, but as for now, to tell you the truth, I cannot say. I'll see you in the final. And now for the 4th battle, from the west gate comes Ulbrich. It'll be fine. Just do exactly as you did with the others. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, Joshua.
Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. The name is Joshua. Your name and renown reached even the distant corners of my snowbound home. Ulbrich Einsberg, and the honor is mine. The climbs in your hand may be harsh, but its sons have warm manners. You honor me, sir, but know that there is no warmth in my sword, and it will deliver the victory I promised my dearest Angela. Oh, so you fight for a woman? I fight for love. And today, you will know how powerful that is. First round, 4th duel. It's about to begin! Joshua is brandishing his blade. I'll get it, don't worry. Just give me some time. Angela, forgive me. You fought well and bravely. You did no dishonor to your lady love. To fight for the love of a cherished one. My man's having an existential crisis in the middle of a tournament arc. It's like, why am I doing this? Good question. Your next opponent is none other than Archibald the Crusher, the long-reigning king of the tourney. He's as strong and skilled as any that, I'm sure, but it's his iron that wins him battles more than anything. I'll tell you, look out for this or that, but the gods only know when. With him, you got to look out for everything. Everything. That can be overly dramatic, but he speaks the truth. Archibald's a more formidable foe by far than you faced until now. Cool. God's teeth, you got more spine than sense. Cracking japes at a time like this. This won't be the first time I fought a man whose skills matched or surpassed my own. And I dare say it won't be the last. Whatever happens, just give it everything you've got. Thanks, Cecily. I appreciate your contribution. Young bending blade in the flesh, eh? Step up from the usual riffraff they throw my way. My father was one match away from winning his 5th tourney in a row when his challenger's sword found his breast. Now it's my turn to do what he could not. And that is why you fight? To honor your father's memory. Aye. Now let's get on with it. You're no match for me. Archibald raises his battle axe. I do not have a way to break him. I think I have to tank this. Kill him! Yes! Let's go! Monkey. Why? Are my eyes to be believed? The king has been dethroned! Victory goes to Ulbrich Eisenberg! Like father, like son. I have failed him. Rejoice, fool, you won the battle. Don't you fret for me. Don't you fret for me. I'll just start another winning streak. As long as I have breath in my lungs and strength in my arm, I'll keep swinging this blade. You fought to honor the memory of a man long dead. But is that enough for the likes of me? Archibald yields! For the first time in 4 years, the king will not fight in the final battle! The Black Knight versus the Unbending Blade. Whatever befalls, there shall be a new king at the tourney's end. You've come this far now, you simply have to win. Second place is out of the question. I ain't never seen this girl agitated before. You've lit a fire under her, that's for certain. Why shouldn't I be agitated? He beat the reigning king, the one they say was all but invincible. By the gods, the devil can take me if this Black Knight thinks he's a match for the Kingslayer. What? Is something the matter? Do you know something about this Black Knight that I don't? Whatever this Black Knight may be, judging by his previous fight, he stands the equal of any king. No man should enter a battle expecting an easy victory. Least of all against one who was trained in the sword by Earhart. Yet neither should any man shy from battle for fear of defeat. I shall fight with all my strength, and if the gods will that is not enough, then so be it. Agreed? Right. I know how it works, but just make sure you use all your strength. I wouldn't want anything... your cheeks are turning red, girl. Watch it now. That wound's still healing. And from the west gate, Ulbrich Eisenberg! You kept your end of the bargain. I'm impressed. And I'm impressed at you as well. You've won hard battles against capable foes. Once you mentioned Sir Earhart, I didn't have much of a choice, now did I? Lest I dishonor his name as my teacher. He told me a lot about you, back when we were both serving in that mercenary band. You still lost? Still wondering what that unbending blade of yours is for? Joshua fought for love. Archibald for the memory of his father, and for the honor of his line. I once fought to protect someone, but I failed and that person is no more. Yes, mayhap I am lost, but not today. Today I fight for victory. I see you found yourself an answer. See how well it serves you in battle. Then, to arms! Let the final duel begin! Yo, that armor is sick! Gustav takes measure of the battlefield. Ha! Dun 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 dun. Wow, this is one of the more fun episodes I've had in a long while. This is such a breath of fresh air after Primrose's story. Oh my gosh. Oh. Stabby, stabby, stab, stab. Stabby, stabby, stab, stab. Stabby, stabby, stab, stab. Stabby, stabby, stab, stab. You're busted? Tress is busted? Curse my blade, but the victory's yours. He yields! He yields! All hail the unbending blade! A new king of the arena is crowned. 3 cheers for Ulbrich Eisenberg. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah! Did you? The Black Knight fought bravely, but the unbending blade had won. Yes. Oh, that's Sicily. He won. Did you see that, Ned? He won. He freaking won. Of course I did. I saw every blow. I had my own wounds. He could just watch it. A good fight. Aye, it was that. No shame in losing to the likes of you. On another day, you could have been the victor. Mayhaps. But today's your day, and I'll keep my word. When you're ready, come by my room at the inn and I'll tell you what I know. I'll see you anon. She's so happy! Yay! The bards will sing of this duel for years to come! All hail the new king. I won. But I'm no closer to understanding why I wield my blade. Ah, welcome. Make yourself comfortable. A deal's a deal. You want to find Earhart, and I'll honor my side of the bargain. But let's take it slow. There's much we have to talk about, you and I. If you say so, but what about? Sir Earhart, of course, and what I know of him. I'm listening. Now, where to begin? Tell me, Sir Ulbrich, are you familiar with the land from which Sir Earhart hailed? Some border town in the far reaches of Hornburg, or so he told me. Aye, a peaceful village called Green. At least it was until it was razed in the war. It was long before Lord Earhart became a knight that he lost his home. After that, he joined a band of sellswords for a spell. It was there he got the idea in his head. So he finally came to serve Hornburg and the crown as a spy. Preposterous. You mean to tell me that Earhart meant to betray us all along? His eyes always burned with fire when he told the tale. The king of Hornburg turned his back on us, he'd said, and sat on his ass as our homes burned. Nonsense! King Alfred cared for his subjects, he would never. Lord Earhart claimed otherwise. Either way, he was a man on a mission. If that is true, that means he's been plotting the downfall of Hornburg for years. Revenge is made all the sweeter by the passage of time. How sweet it must have been for him when Hornburg fell at last. I don't pretend to admire his deeds nor claim they are honorable. But then, I've never known the pain and anguish so Earhart was forced to bear. Though I wonder, sometimes, how it made him feel to see justice done. If winning his revenge put his heart at ease. I never asked him, and he never told me, but of all the men in this world, mayhaps he'd tell you. You look up to the man, don't you? He taught me to be a true warrior, and I dare say he was my friend as well. I know of little else but the ways of battle. Whatever his sins might have been, I was proud to call him a brother. As was I. Thank you. Happy to have the company and a willing ear. You'll find Sir Earhart in the desert town of Wellspring. When you do, well, I trust you'll do what's right. Even if that means I slay him. Your friend, your mentor, your brother. If that is what you believe he deserves. I reckon he'll accept his fate, and so will I. Whatever the cause he fought for, it does not excuse his deeds. He slew the king he had taken a sworn oath to protect. I will listen to what he has to say. That much I can promise you, but no more. Does Gustav have the right of it? Did Earhart wield his sword for the sake of revenge? If so, does he still wield it? Even though the thirst for revenge had been sated. Could it be that we are the same? Has Earhart too lost his purpose?
Hey, where are you running off to?
What does it matter? The tourney is over, our bargain is concluded.
It is, but that doesn't mean we can't bid each other Godspeed.
Caught you in the nick of time. I won't let you sneaking away without so much as a fare thee well. Of course. Pray forgive my manners. I could not have gotten this far without you. Both of you. You have my thanks.
You have ours, so if I can be so bold, where are you off to next?
The Sunlands, a town called Wellspring. To finish what I started here.
And then?
I don't know. Perhaps I'll return home to the village I came before here. Well, if you've already got a place to call home, then maybe this means nothing. But you're looking for if you're looking for a new line of work, you could do worse than being a full-time champion. The offer is welcome, but it is not the life for me. Thought you might say that, but I had to ask. If you ever have a change of heart, just drop on by. Or even if you don't, you'll always be welcome here. Thank you, friend. I may do just that. In the meantime, take care of those wounds. Don't worry about me. I'll be fighting fit soon enough and ready to give a good showing at next year's tourney. A good showing? Now there's an inspirational goal. If you want to stick around in my stable, I'll see you claim the throne. Oi, one step at a time, my lady. I ain't the unbending blade of Hornburg, after all. A title and a crest do not a swordsman make. Aye, true enough. Maybe I will go and win it all. See what the betters say about that. I'll tell you what. If they crown Ned King, you come back and we'll put on a duel the likes of which the city has never seen. I'd like that very much. But today the road calls. Till our paths cross again, my friends. Oh boy. And so did Ulbrich leave Victor's Hollow behind him, with new knowledge of Earhart's past and present. Now Ulbrich must find Earhart and, God's willing, the truth. even if it means crossing blades with his erstwhile friend. And so to the Sunlands and the desert oasis of Wellspring, Ulbrich's journey continues. Wow, man. That's an epic freaking story, dude. Wow. That is, I think, the best chapter that I have experienced in Octopath. That was amazing, dude. Wow. That is also the finale for part 2. Actually, that's the finale for part 2 of all of the Octopath stories. So now we only have part 3s and part 4s, or the finales after all of this. So that marks the halfway point completed for Octopath. Thank you everyone who has watched this. I'll be definitely parading this episode around and how hype and entertaining it is. So thank you for watching if you have. And I've been the Paperman, and this has been a wonderful episode of Octopath. Thank you so much. Signing off.